Hello everyone and welcome back to another video back in P3D. We're in the FSLabs A320 and we're doing a flight from Glasgow up here in Scotland down to London Gatwick in the wonderful FSLabs A320 in the British Airways colours. It's a little bit laggy, I do apologise about that, but I actually think it might be a little bit better down in Gatwick somehow. It's always been a little bit laggy up here, but as I said, in the FSLabs A320 at UK2000 Glasgow, which is quite an old scenery now, and we'll be down in UK2000's Gatwick as well. Currently getting catering on board, so we can start getting to the flight deck and start preparing for the flight. In we go. Rightio. Okay, so we can align the IRSs like so. The fueling is done, so seatbelts can come on. Oh, and no smokings. Press the button. No smokings can come on too. That means we may as well just turn on the fuel pumps now, like so. And I think for the most part we are done up here with the overhead panel. We can go down to the FMC and go to init. We have a flight plan. Oh, actually as well, we'll request boarding and hopefully the plane will shut the doors itself. We do have a co-route, a company route already, hopefully, if it works. Fantastic, so we're shuttle 2955. One ridiculous alternate, because it really would be Heathrow. In fact, I wonder if it will let me. That's better. Oh, so wrong button. Right, zero fuel weight and everything is already in. Our block fuel is 6.6. We can go to performance. Or actually, we'll go to our flight plan, and we are taking off from runway 05, and it is the Norbo. If it's there, there is 1 Juliet departure. We can insert that. That's fine. We will get the arrival further down the route, so we'll just leave that for now. We're a flaps 1 takeoff, and we are flexing to 56 degrees. I mean, that's not the V speeds that my thing has calculated. The rotate speed is do you know what, we'll go with what FSLabs says, but it's no, mine's is calculated otherwise. We'll go with what the FSLabs says, because I trust it more than some other program. So I think for the most part already we are nearly about done. We can set the barometers to 0, 9 or 9 or 7. Ignore that. Oh. We can put the left flight director on and then their flight director on. Manage speed. It's not going to let me do that yet, obviously. Because I have not actually just realised. Oh no, I did do it. So that's fine. So we'll just need to wait for the IRSs to align. Yep, everything up here is definitely as it should be. So we'll just wait for everyone to start boarding.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us, a very warm welcome on board this British Airways.
Yeah, so they're getting the bags on. Not the nice weather up here in Glasgow, but that is to be expected at this point.
If your bag has wheels, please put it in wheels first. We'd appreciate your assistance They are completely full. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat,
You can see the engines windmilling.
as the floor area around your seat must be kept
So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here and wait for the IRSs to finish lining and everyone to board, and then I'll be back with you once all of that is done. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Hello everyone, welcome back. The IRSs have got 1 minute left to align, and the boarding rather I should say is now finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the APU started, and we're going to shut the cabin door, which I'm just going to do by Shift E. I'm going to wait for flap open on the APU screen here, just so we can get it started before I prepare for pushback. Give it there it is, flap open, so we can press the start button on the overhead panel. Everything else can stay as it is. The packs, we're going to do a packs on departure today, so none of this, no packs off or whatever. Again, everything here is completely okay. Lights can, I don't like that strobe being on auto. Everything in the lights can stay as it is now. We could probably get a little bit of a floodlight, I suppose. If I can remember even where the button is for that. In fact, I can't, I'm not going to be bothered looking for it. Right, okay, so we'll prepare for pushback and departure now. I don't want the de-icing, and we're going to go right.
Icing precautions in force. Delay engine start until push complete, and the aircraft is clear.
And we're just going to ignore the icing thing because there is absolutely no chance of icing, at least down on the ground anyway, so we're just going to completely ignore him, and we will start engines as usual. So the APU is available now, so we can put the APU bleed on.
Back in just a couple of minutes. Confirm parking brake is set, please.
And we will set the parking brake as it is. Wait for the APU available here, just so we can be sure. Or if we go to APU here, available. Right, so what we can do is we can go to the, if I can remember where it is now. Oh, for where is that again? There it is. External controls. We could get rid of the ground jocks, and we can get rid of the GPU like that, which is fine, and then we can return off of all of this, and we can go into the flight computer for this. Right, we'll just leave that on flight plan page as well.
Locking the gear now.
We can set this to arc. We can put constraints on this side, and constraints on this side. We will have the weather on, but we'll not do it quite yet. There's that light I was looking for, so we'll just actually spin that up a wee bit. We'll not put it in
position, and bypass bid is inserted. Ready to push.
predicting wind shear to auto.
Release parking brakes.
Releasing the parking brakes.
Pushing now.
Beacon light coming on.
Icing precautions in force.
We're going to ignore him again about the icing.
And the aircraft is clear.
Our armament slides.
Cabin crew doors towards Matterport cross-track.
Right, so we're going to turn this to start. Wait for a build up of PSI here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to brief you
Oh,
on the safety
I'm just going to
procedures
turn that
for
down a
this
little bit.
aircraft. We ask you to remove your personal headphones until the end of the safety brief.
And start
All
engine 2.
handheld devices, including mobile phones, must now be in flight safe mode or switched off, held securely or placed into a pocket. Large
And you can
devices
hear the packs go off as we start the engine.
stowed away safely. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. If you do have any questions, please ask a member of your cabin crew.
We have positive N1, positive N2, Everything seems to be going well. Obviously we've got the standard British Airways safety video music, or just music in general. Love a bit of classical.
Push back to place, set parking brake and confirm.
Emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It's important that you pay attention.
You can hear the power switching over.
First,
We've got available, so we can start number 1.
insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in a panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the signs
Subject
off.
clear.
Your
Flight
life
document
jacket
has
is
been
either
removed.
beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your... when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life
Right, so engine number 1 is coming online now.
of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing.
We've got 7,000
Clear
set.
left and right. Disconnecting now. Have a good flight. Bye bye.
Okay, so we can put the auto brake to max.
Taking nothing with you.
Arm the speed, the ground spoils as it is in the Airbus. That'll be engine 1 online with that sound.
Level lighting will help you find your way to the
We can
exit.
set flaps
These are
1.
clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you.
Takeoff config,
To open the doors, move the handle in the
oil
direction
temperature.
of the gas.
Right, okay.
Opening the doors will
We'll give them some time to heat up. Delay 1 minute. That's fine.
slides can also be inflated by pulling the
So we can just clear all of this.
onto the slide and move
Takeoff config is okay, but temperature is a wee bit low. I'm not sure if that means you're not meant to taxi for a minute. I'm not really sure, to be honest. So we're just going to taxi. It'll take us at least a couple minutes to get out the runway anyway. These I-80 engines have enough power just on idle to get you going forward as well anyway, so we'll just use it on that. Make sure the tiller's on so that we can turn, which we can, that's fine. And we'll taxi out. We can also, if I nearly forgot, turn the APU off and its bleed. Packs are on, which is fine. We're going to the left here at Glasgow for runway 05. Oh, fucking overshot that a bit.
Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled. Some electronic devices
Not the longest taxi to runway 05 here at Glasgow.
take care your hand baggage isn't blocked in the aisles or exits. It must be put on the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. Place items in the locker.
Everything appears to be in check. Flaps are 1, takeoff no blue.
As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure
Slowing down a wee bit, these engines really do have a lot of power.
upright and your armrest is down.
Just even idling.
Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. Hope you have
We can slow down for this corner quite a lot. We can put the TCAS on. If that was even the right one, that probably wasn't. What we're going to do is we're going to hold short of the runway just so I can set everything up. Like, I also forgot to turn on the taxi light, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to hold short here. Set the parking brake. Right. Okay. Also give the engines time to heat up a little bit. See, that was it. TARA is on. Auto. That's fine. Weather radar system 1. That can go back to normal. I'll always forget to do that. That's fine. We've got a little bit of weather. This might be a bit of a bumpy departure. There, first officer's tray table come in. Again, takeoff config, just to double check, and we are all good. Right, the strobe can come on. Landing lights on. Nose to take off and runway tunnels, let's put them all on. Right, here we go. Give the cabin a call. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff. Got a lot of weather about, but we should be okay. Nothing doesn't look too extreme. Now, setting the thrust in this aircraft with my equipment is always a pain. It just doesn't want to do it, ever. So we'll soon find out how that's going to go. It never wants to go into flex the way I want it to, but nevertheless. Here we go. Man, flex, SRS and runway, first time. Disconnecting the tiller. .100 knots. We've now got a tailwind for some reason. No, nevertheless, seems to be moving around a lot. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up. Sorry about the lag, guys. Nose light is off. Autopilot 1. And go straight up to 350. We've got no ATC, so no restrictions. Open climb. Climb thrust. There we go, that's us this time. Little bit bumpy. I do love the minimalistic wing flex of the FSLabs. I think it looks really good. There's nothing to it, it's very subtle, it's nothing, and I know it is on the Airbus, on the A320s it is very, and the A319s as well, it is a very subtle flex that you do get, but it's very, I don't know, I like the way they've done it. Flaps coming up. Entering this left hand turn. Okay, don't know why that's just happened. I think I've accidentally just hit the Z on my keyboard there, that's why. Okay, don't know why that doesn't want to go in. So we'll fly it, maybe too strong a wind for it, I don't know. So we'll just fly it for now. A little bit heavy on the turbulence here, but it's okay. Just going to clear that off there. Try again with the autopilot. That's us this time. We're away. We can set standard because we're straight up to our set standard 3 times. Bring the range out a bit. Very rough weather outside. Right, turn offs can come off. We will leave the landing lights on for now, below 10,000 feet. Very rough indeed. Don't know what the cloud base is actually at. I'll have a wee look at the METAR. 3,500 apparently, which can't be very correct. Yeah, apparently it's overcast 3,500. Oh, I think I can see a bit of blue sky, so I'll not leave you guys until we get out of the clouds. Oh yes, I can definitely see it starting to come out of the clouds now. Like that very subtle wing flex you get, I absolutely love it. I think it's been done really well. Oh yes. I'm actually not using any cloud textures at all, because I actually don't think the default cloud textures don't look that bad. I think it looks like, I know there is add-ons that will make them look better, I get that, but I don't think the default ones are all too bad, to be honest with you. I mean, that looks pretty good to me, default clouds. Right, so we're just past 10,000 feet, so lights coming off. We'll keep the seatbelt signs on for a wee bit because it's a little bit rough still. But I will leave you guys for now. I'll leave you to watch some cinematics before we start the descent and arrival into Gatwick. So we'll see you guys then. Hello everyone and welcome back to the flight. We're actually quite deep into the arrival phase here. I set it all up by myself. I didn't think it was worth bringing the recording back, so we're turning onto a kind of, would you call that, a kind of downwindish leg here, quite a long one. And we're on the Willow 3 Bravo arrival, but I've kind of set it up myself. I don't know why it's doing this, but like this strange little curve here in this turn, but it's okay. Yeah, I've kind of set it up myself just to cut out like the holes, and obviously because we've got no ATC or anything, so there's no point in having any of that. The seatbelt signs are on and the landing lights are also on at this point. We're just about to go through transition altitude, so see, to be honest, we'll set this now. So we're 0999er on the altimeters, so that's set 3 times as we pass 6,000 pretty much just now. That's brought us a little bit below our VNAV path, but that's okay. Again, oh, there come the engines. Again, it's a little strange arrival. I don't know what this is, if I'm honest with you. We can put the landing system on now, so as you can see we're still above the glide, but that's going to be absolutely no problem because we're going to be hitting down. It's got a strange turn. We're going to try and do this ourselves, if I'm honest. In fact, that is probably what we'll just do. We'll probably give ourselves our own vectors for now. So what we'll do is we'll bring us out to about will bring us out to there, a heading of 015, and then we'll bring ourselves back round. So we'll go on the vertical speed ourselves as well. The only thing that I dislike about the Airbus is that on the Boeing aircraft, if I have vertical speed, you get that little green banana, as it's called, and you can see where you're going to finish your descent. You don't quite get that on the Airbus A3 or any of the Airbuses or whatever. I don't know if there's a way you can check. I could just be like complaining about something there is, but I just know that you can definitely do it on the Boeing aircraft. But we'll kind of eyeball it here. We've got 3,000 feet to go till our 2,000 restriction before we catch the glide, which is fine. We're still currently above the glide slope, but we're also flying away from the airport, so hopefully, in fact that's it starting to come up a little bit now, so hopefully we'll get that okay. In our preparation for landing, obviously we can set the auto brake to, we're on 26 left, so we'll set it to medium so we can get off the runway quicker so we can head back to the airport. We'll put the runway turn-offs on for now anyway. Everything else in the overhead is okay. The seatbelt signs are on. Gear is up for now. We don't need flaps quite yet, I wouldn't say. Yeah, we'll leave them for now. Everything else down here is okay, and the engine is normal, which is fine. I never know if I always have to activate the approach phase on this, in fact, or if it just does it itself, if you know what I mean. Like the speed will start coming down, so I never know. All I know is that when you activate that the speed disappears through the roof. So what we'll do is we'll set, no we're not, we're going to set flaps 1, but that was a terrible idea. It's a little bit bumpy, but we're okay. We'll actually activate. We'll activate it now. I've no idea what that noise, if that's meant to be wind or something, but there you go. Can just about see the airport there. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring this heading back round. Again, self vectors. We're now above the glide. So what we're going to do is we're going to level that vertical speed down a bit to 600 feet, say. We're going to bring out a little bit of speed brake here just to get it slowing down a wee bit. To about half. We're going to put where is it? Approach. Click it. Well, there's a little bit of rain. You can see a little bit there. We're flaps 1 now. So I'm going to bring the speed brakes back in. Oh, wrong way.
2500.
Right, they are now armed. Approach mode is on. Once that cat, in fact, we'll set engage autopilot 2 now. Bringing this round a little bit more. Again, we'll bring this up a little bit. The idea here is basically not to have the engines power up until we're on the glides, which I don't think we're going to quite manage, which is kind of annoying, but there you go. Ignition, I don't know what that even means. Oh. Right, here we go. Right. That was pretty good actually on the glide self-vectoring there. Not too bad. So we're now going down. I don't know what the missed approach altitude is here, so we'll just set for 4,000 basically. We'll do hit flaps 2. I do apologise again about the speed, the frame rate here. It's just the FSLabs. I really should have turned the settings on the scenery down a bit before, but it's nothing unflyable. Yeah, it's not too bad. Right, we're going to go to gear down because we really need some drag. Hopefully this will give us a good amount of slowdown. Got to love the FSLabs effects here on sound. If it's one thing I have a problem with in this aircraft, it is slowing it down. There it goes, it is absolutely flying down now. Right, flaps 3.
1000.
Flaps full. Right, here we go. Final approach here into Gatwick. Need to get the standard screenshot, you know. Right, we can disengage the autopilot. And we'll fly it from here. Now I am awful, it has to be said, at landing this aircraft. So yeah, here we go basically.
500.
And here come the engines. I love the sound of this aircraft. Into a very empty Gatwick.
400.
It's actually my controls that, like, there's a bit of a dead zone problem on it, so like it's a bit of a pain.
300.
Oh god.
200. 100. 100 above. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Oh, that was rough. Oh, reverse, idle reverse. Oh god, that was not a good landing at all. Well, that has got to be the worst landing I think I have ever had. I've taken the wrong. Oh my goodness, right, okay, it is evident, one, that I need to put the tiller on, and two, that I need to have, I need to get a new joystick basically, because this one is absolutely buggered, to say the least. We'll taxi along runway 08 left here. Bring the flaps up. Yes, evidently need new controls, because that was god awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. You may now make and receive calls and use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. When leaving your seats, take care opening the overhead lockers, as items may have moved and can fall out.
I will turn left here onto Juliet.
Please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you, and remember that smoking is not allowed until you have reached the designated area. All of us at British Airways and the One World Alliance would like to wish all our customers and those of you visiting an enjoyable stay. If you're travelling on further, we wish you a pleasant onward journey. It's been our pleasure to serve you, and we look forward to welcoming you back very soon.
Right. Right, we're going to start the APU. I think that's been enough time moving on the ground. Also, strobes can come off, as well as the landing lights, and turn off, so that can come on to taxi. Waiting for flap open. There it is. And start. Oh, yes, really not a good landing. I don't even want to know what the landing rate on that was, but I'll check it nonetheless. 284. Ugh, I've seen worse, but it's not that great. Yeah, well. I have no idea where we're parking, to be honest. I'm just going to get quite a close space. No point in watching me taxi for ages. I mean, this thing on idle power really does tank along, doesn't it? Actually can't wait to watch that landing back in the recording just to see how bad it was. Right, that seems to be power switched over from the APU. Whoa, okay. Taxiing is just as bad as the landing, oh my god. What we'll do is we'll get one of these gates over here. Kinda tempted to kill one of the engines just to slow down this taxi. We'll just get this one at the end here. What number is that? 28. Just give it some time to load up. British Airways. Right. Just so it's got some time to load all the stuff up. So there we go. That's us. Let's see how amazing this parking is going to be. Not. Well, at least the weather's a lot nicer down here than it is up in Glasgow. Yep, awful. Oh, Jesus, I hate this tiller. Maybe it's... Don't blame it, it's just me. Oh, Christ almighty. This has got to be the worst fucking... Do you know what? That's going to do it. Right, parking brakes on, APU is on, so we can kill the engines. Fuel pumps off as well. Yeah, APU bleed on, seatbelt signs off, beacon off. And request deboarding. Well, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to London Gatwick Airport, where we had one of, if not possibly my worst ever landing. I've not turned off the nose light, I'm absolutely blinding everyone on the ground, which is even better. Yes, so, yes. Welcome to the ground. I'm sure everybody on that plane is incredibly happy to be on the ground. Can you blame them? No, you definitely, most definitely can't. Yeah, again, we've got the...
handling complete and the aircraft's clear.
Is it now? Engines windmilling, which is a really nice effect. GSX is incredibly loud. Yeah, so it wasn't too bad a flight. Quite bumpy actually. But nonetheless not too bad. Just GSX deboarding the aircraft. And yeah, welcome to Gatwick. That's a pretty decent shot right there. So we'll try and get a screenshot of that. In fact, we'll wait for the bags to start coming down the baggage, because that'll look even better, we know, you know. Any time now, guys, would be great. There we go. As long as we don't get them spawning like that. Yeah, I do love P3Dv4. I think just after using FSX and 32-bit flight simulation for so long, it is just... And I'm not saying my FPS is that great here, it really is the FSLabs. I need to turn the settings down a bit for it, which I've never done, which is my own fault. But you really do love it down here in P3Dv4. just getting all the screenshots so I get a good thumbnail, whatever one I decide to use. But yeah, welcome to Gatwick, and I think that'll be the end of this video. I think I've been dragging on this for too long. But yeah, nice little effect of the APU there. Yeah, welcome to Gatwick. This is the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Apologies about the lag and rather rough landing, to say the least, or awful landing in general, including the rollout and taxi back to gate. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.